Good morning from Switzerland. I'm 5 minutes late, 4:05 a.m. here, and it's evening in America. I say hello to you wherever you are on our beautiful planet. Welcome to this episode where I want to talk about self-talk. How do you treat yourself? How do you talk to yourself has such a gigantic impact on your confidence, on your well-being. I just realized that I didn't plug in the big microphone. I will do that now. And I'll check the audio. The well-being is so important for our body, for our confidence, for everything. How do you talk with yourself? How do I talk with myself? And I want to tell you a story about my appearance and my how I perceived myself, because when I was born I had a little dot on my cheek, and I prepared some pictures for you. Moment, please. I start the that's now funny, like it's early in the morning, but you don't care. It's evening in your place. Where is the point of now? Here we go. Look at little Ronja, and there was a little dot here on my cheek, and it grew really quickly. It was not so visible in the beginning, but after a short amount of time it got bigger. It was flashy red, and also the thickness changed, and everybody was screaming like, what's happened with that baby, poor little baby. And my mother was so calm. She was like, oh, we have something here, let's find out. And the doctor screamed, we have to cut it out. And then an elderly midwife came, and she said, oh, that's a hemangioma, and you don't have to do anything. It will grow over time, over 1 year, and after that it will fade away for years, and you don't have to do anything. And my mother was like, oh, that's the information I like to have, because let's stay as cool as I was before and don't cut anything out of the cheek of my little girl. And what I'm so super grateful for is that she just stayed calm. She never thought, oh, I have an ugly child, and was not confident in showing me or hiding me at home. I think she could have done that if she wasn't feeling good about having her baby in public. And I know it's nothing severe, but it's visible, and everybody commented on it all the time. So as you see, it faded away already when I was quite little, and it's just a little thicker there, and this little dot is still visible now, and that's what you still see. And what's cool for me now, you see the joyometer. That's not the point. As you see now, it's still here. And when it's really cold, some people say like, oh, you have a frostbite here. And when it's really hot, somebody says, oh, did a bee, you have a bee sting here maybe? And I say, no, that's always here. But if it's hot or cold, you see it a little bit like better than if it's just a normal temperature day. And then people who know me for years, for 10 years or even longer, are like, are you sure? Is that always there? No, don't joke around. That's new. I said, no, that's from my birth. So my point is, I'm so grateful that my mother didn't stress out about my red flashy dot here, that she didn't do an operation. I have a scar now here, and you don't know how the scar develops over growth. And she just wasn't stressed about that. And if we are not stressed about our body, about anything, we can't change. That's the point. I couldn't change that. I could have had an operation, but you never know what will go right or wrong. But if you can't change something about your body, it's just like make peace with it. That's the advanced level. And if you are talking about your body or commenting mean things, you can change that. And you don't think that I'm free from negative self-talk. I think my belly is too wobbly or my thighs are too thick. But I really learned over the last years, like, don't do that. Stop it right away. Because, and that's the check I want to inspire you to do every time you see yourself in a mirrory surface, you see yourself and go like, oh, you're fat, oh, you're ugly. Don't say that, because you would never ever say that to a friend, right? Imagine you would approach a friend, you're happy to see her or him, and you say, oh wow, your belly's so wobbly and your thighs are so thick. You would never say that. That's just rude and mean and not okay to say. So why should you talk in this kind of manner to yourself, right? And that's the easy check. If you are mean to yourself, and please, I invite you to write down all the mean things you say during the day. And maybe you just say, oh, you idiot, or something falls down, something breaks, like if the chocolate powder falls down in your kitchen and you have to clean this mess up without water. I had a little boy in my neighborhood, and the chocolate powder for putting into the milk fell down, and he learned that cleaning up is with water. So he got water, and the mother entered the kitchen when it was just like a chocolate creamy mess everywhere, and he was devastated, like, I wanted to clean it up. And then again, you can choose to shout at him or just say, okay, let's do that. And next time, let's take the vacuum machine. So if something falls down, you can call yourself out, like, wow, always you're such a, you can't do this, and again, and idiot. Or you just say, okay, whatever, and clean it up. Like, being nice to yourself, being nice to your kids, to your partner, to your friends, that's like a training thing. If you see little toddlers in the sand pit, like hitting each other with the little plastic shovel, you say them over and over again, no, don't hit, just talk to each other. Oh, no, don't say stupid cow to him or her. It's a training to be nice. And if you are mean to yourself for years already, it's a training to get back into being nice, kind, supportive, and just loving to yourself. And I know it's not so easy, but I really, really know and experienced how unbelievably mean, especially women, can be against themselves. So I invite you to write down, if you are one of them, everybody does that, but on different meanness levels. Write down how you talk to yourself during your day, and then think of something nice you could say, like the little toddler. No, don't say mean things, say something nice. What would be nice to tell yourself? So next time you see yourself in a mirror, you're like, you're cool, you're magical, I like you, we are in this together. Like, you are with you 24/7. And wouldn't it be nice to have like you as your coach, as your support team, and being nice to yourself? I really like this image of me with me together. We're a team and we're in this together, and we're going around and meeting people and doing things and challenging things and nice things, and I'm just my supporter. I take care of myself. And think about this self-care thing starting in your head, how you talk to yourself. Please try this and tell me if it made a difference to you. I know it from the Joy Academy, from my Joy Mastermind, that it's huge, even though, and that's the beauty in all these exercises, all these tools are easy. You just have to do them to benefit the result of them, and they are not hard to do. You can stay in touch with yourself and with your thoughts all day long without going to a gym or going to a special place. It's just the awareness, like, oh wow, okay, I was so mean again. I wouldn't say that to my friend, so I don't say it to myself. And it's calling you out in a nice way, like a toddler with the shovel. And you do better next time. And it's not a competition, it's not a contest. You just improve over this day, next day, weeks, month, and you will feel the difference, and you will feel the change, and you can congratulate yourself with every improvement, every meanness you just caught before you even thought it. Like, yeah, you are on your way. And please tell me about your story, how this impacted you, that you really decide. It's always a decision. You decided, now I want to stop that. I do better. I take care of myself. I'm a nice person to me. Maybe you're so nice to everybody else and so mean to yourself. So let's change the last and most important person in your life that you are mean to. Let's change that and be a nice, caring, kind and supportive person to yourself. You're a team 24/7, so go for it, okay? And as last week, I want to show you my Joyometer. I filled it out, and it's still the super simple design. I just wrote it down by hand. I mean the black letters. You can download and print it out yourself. And I felt so connected last week. I always do it from Thursday to Thursday in English, and then German from Monday to Monday. So it's different things I write down because different things happen. And I feel so connected, or felt so connected this week, because I had so many podcast interviews with so awesome persons, and the connection around the globe, that makes me so happy that this is possible. We can talk, we can share thoughts and feelings. And we also had a beautiful birthday party, 75th birthday party of my godfather in the house where I grew up, and his wife too. So it was a double birthday party, and their whole family was there, and friends. And I know them since I'm on this planet, since I had this flashy red dot. They know me, I know them, and the whole family. So it was so much fun. So I go through the points here, and I invite you to do this for yourself in this way or another one. But if you look back on your week, or even every day, and you go through like, oh, what was beautiful, what was nice, what was my highlight, what did I learn, it has an impact on your thinking, even future thinking. During the week, you're already going like, oh, I could write that on my Joyometer. It has an impact on you just filling out these little questions. So I'm grateful for my amazing clients and my podcast guests. I have such wonderful people in my Joy Academy. It's fun. It's so inspiring also for me. You know, it's not I inspire you and I'm the teacher and you are my students. No. We are inspiring each other anyway. Wherever you meet somebody I guess you get some inspiration from people you see or music you hear on the streets, or somebody at the supermarket with a nice conversation could be such a big inspiration for you and for your whole life. And you could be this inspiration for another person if you are nice and kind in the supermarket. So this connection makes me so happy. And my podcast guests and my amazing clients are for sure a big inspiration for me. Something great which happened this week, I told you about that already, the birthday party in the garden of the house I grew up. You know, they bought this house. It was actually a project to tear down. They wanted to build a big car garage there for selling cars. And I will show you pictures of my house. The house I grew up. It's so beautiful now, but they worked on it for 40 years and they did some work parties. That was really the title. Every year they invited all their friends living in some cities, and they had like the project of the day was like tearing down this wall, fixing this, digging a hole for the pond, all the big projects which they couldn't manage to go further in a speed they wanted. So they invited all their friends, like 150 people, working the whole day, and in the evening everybody got to take a shower and there was a big party, and of course lunch and breakfast. That was fun at this birthday party. One of my the person I love so much, it's Hans. That's in English, that's John, and he's I think 75 or 78 years old. And he said, you know, we didn't work at all. We had lunch and in the breaks we were eating all the time, but they just had a good time. I was little when I was attending the first time, and every year they had these work parties, and it's just such a big memory and a big impact on the progress of this house. So beautiful house, beautiful party. What I'm currently reading, I just go back and forth with this book. I can highly recommend it to you. It's The Big Leap of Gay Hendricks. You just have to read this book or listen to it. It's so good. And I'm just recommending it all the time. I'm listening to it again and again. So that was just like a quick recap, like, oh yeah, he's talking about the zone of incompetence, the zone of competence, the zone of excellence, and the zone of genius. So if you're working in your zone of competence, that's nice, but nothing which makes you super happy. Then you have the zone of excellence. That's really cool. You are very good in doing this. You are appreciated. You are succeeding in this work. But there is a zone of genius where you're just floating around like, oh wow, that's easy, that's fun. Am I even allowed to make money with this? So find your zone of genius, or at least excellence, and don't work and waste your time in the zone of competence, because it's so much more you can do and you really long to do, and going further and further in the direction where you're just like, wow, that's cool. So read this book and you will be so inspired. I guarantee that to you. Who inspired me with what? Mike Wolf, my podcast guest last Sunday. It will be live in November. He is such a wonderful, wonderful person, and I learned so much. And yeah, it was just, I can't believe that my job is now to interview amazing people with amazing stories and insights. And that's definitely my zone of genius, to spend time with wonderful people. And I'm really happy about that. What did I do for me last week? Like, I want to encourage you to take time for you, and that you go and think, what can I do for me? And I took a lot of naps last week, and that's just my thing. I love to do them. I'm refreshed, I'm recharged, and it's kind of like the old grandmother like laying down after lunch, but who cares? I feel great afterwards and refreshed. A word of wisdom, a trick, something. Really, really, really get serious about what do I want. I shout that from all the rooftops because it's just so important. What do you want? Think about it. I wrote a whole book about that. It will come out this fall or at least before Christmas. Like, please think about what do I want and then go for it. And it's connected with the big leap. It's really you are here to have fun, to do things you like, and not to just work, and pay the bills and all these obligations, and life is not fun at all. What do you want? And then go for it. Maybe it needs some time, but who cares? You go for your dreams, and that's just so much more fun than just doing what you think you have to do and then retire and then die. Like, no. Let's do fun things in this lifetime. I'm working on these goals. If you write down this joyometer, you will be astonished, like, what goals? What shall I work on? And it can be anything, like learning to bake a new cake can be a goal, or like building a house, or whatever is your goal. I'm recording podcast interviews all the time. This week is like 5 or 6 of them. That's so cool. And I'm already done until the end of the year. And it just goes on, and it's so much fun. I'm planning my photo shoot with Bri Penny in the mountains. I really look so much forward to that. And I'm designing a new joyometer. I can show it to you here. I'm not happy with the colors yet, but I want to do a joyometer and also joy cards, like the little cards you can print out. That's now the German version, but you can print out these cards, cut them out, and just stick them wherever you go to hello camera, to inspire somebody or just cheer somebody up with a little message. You can take my ideas or write something down yourself. That's even cooler, and put it to a park bench or in the bus or on some cars where like the handle is where you open the door, just to cheer up other people and say hello or wish a wonderful day. I think it's the ripple effect of kindness can be just little things, and they sum up, and we will change the world with every act of kindness, random or planned or just consciously chosen. Like, I'm kind to you now, please be kind to the next person. It just works like this. So joyometer and joy cards, my plan now is to have a monthly design, just because I like to be creative. I'm just doing it for fun, and you can do your own design or use mine. And with that, like filling out the joyometer every week, thinking about things, think about how do you treat yourself in your mind, with your thoughts and with your comments. And then we get happier and more joyful over time together. And I'm so happy that you watched this video. Thank you so much. Share it with all your friends. Like it on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube. And please go to the blog on joyismycompass.com/blog, and then you can read the text to it. I put the pictures in there and a lot of resources, and sign-ups for the joy card, for the joyometer, for my newsletter is there. Thank you so much for being part of my wonderful universe. You inspire me. I hope I inspire you, and I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Bye bye.